A Redditor who goes by Recalling G claims to have gone 12-0 with this deck on the arena ladder. We're going to put it to the test today. It's what I'm calling Reddit Sultai. Welcome to the Attic. Manadad here. It's the channel where we play what's good in Magic, mostly on Arena. Just going to show you this Reddit post. I'll link it below. Recalling G says that they say they're 15-0 with this deck. I could have sworn it said 12-0 when I read it, but maybe they've updated their post here. But big red flag on this. They were playing it like from gold up, it sounds like. So is it going to hold? Can we actually get 100% win rate? Let's take a look at the deck, and then we'll play some matches. Okay, taking a look at this. Pretty standard Sultai list, if I'm being honest. I mean, I've played against this deck a bunch. There's a little bit of a twist. We'll talk about that in a second. 4 of Brainstorm. Obviously, opponents are running tons of Orcish Bowmasters. There was a recent tournament with pros and streamers where I think 80% of the decks had a full play set of Bowmasters. So we'll have to play around opponents' Bowmasters if you're running Brainstorm, but we do have quite a complement of fetch lands that work nicely with the Brainstorm, and are also going to work nicely with Uro and Titans of Nature's Wrath, and a 4 of the Deathrite Shaman, which is a pretty good card. A little spoiler on that. Delighted Halfling, 3 of those, 4 Fatal Pushes. That's really our main piece of interaction. Now, interestingly enough, main deck 4 of changed the equation. So they were talking about in their Reddit post, they wanted something that they could main deck that's going to shut down some of these other decks. So you've got 2 of the Ashioks, which has the static ability spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause their controller to search their library, which is going to be good, especially for the breach decks. And then change the equation. The counter spells with mana value 2 or less is good. If you watch this video, there is a game that is one of the best games I've ever played in Magic. It's a very long game, so somewhere in this video I'm going to put it in there. But it goes back and forth. Change the equation is like a key card in that game, and the ability to counter target red or green spell with mana value 6 or less is a key thing that we've got. This is the new tech. I haven't seen anybody else playing this in Timeless that I can recall. Philology Archaeologist from relatively recent set, the Brothers War. An 0/3, it enters, it's going to mill you. So again, good to stock the graveyard for the Uro and for the treasure, 4 of Treasure Cruise. And you can bring back a non-land card. So it's like an 0/3 that draws you a card. It's pretty good. If you don't take the card out of the graveyard, it's a 1/1 and gets +1/+1. So it's a 1/4. So interesting tech. We're going to try it out. We're going to see is this what it takes to get Sultai to 100% win rate? We'll find out about that. I'm going to link the deck list in the description, and I'll also link the Reddit post. And the other thing I'm going to do is talk about where we're at with subs. As many of you know, we're going to do packs and digital assets giveaway when we hit 1,000 subs. So still some room to be part of the Elite First 1,000. We're at 828 already. So numbers climbing fast. Thanks to everybody who has joined the Elite First 1,000. You are helping me never to have to ask for subscribers again. So I appreciate that. All right. I know you want to see this deck in action. There's a lot of complicated decisions in the games. I'm sure you guys are going to leave some comments and tell me where I made bad decisions, which I thank you for doing that. So let's take a look. Check this out. Stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to show you the actual win rate of the deck, not just the games I showed you. Let's see if Reddit Sultai can really crush on the ladder.
invite you to change your ways. One bite, and all your cares are gone. Your new look is enchanting. fool to the fool who rules them. Gaze into my face and put on your true shape. It's not poison. Trust me.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
You know what a hurry we're in!
Sultai didn't like it much.
I do not suppose you could have split things up.
Salty?
Rub. Do it! Salty. I am only waiting around to kill you. You know what a hurry we're in!
Sultai didn't like it much.
I do not suppose you could have split things up.
Salty?
Rub. Do it! Salty. I am only waiting around to kill you.
Up against who? Doctor Who. Ooh. What is going first? Never great in this format, and they're mulliganing. They could be kind of combo deck. We're not running any Thought Seizes, no Inquisition of Kozilek here. Boseiju, who endures? Okay, so it's just a ramp deck, it looks like, but they don't have a lot of cards. I got a turn 4 Titan. They do have Garenbrig. Ruh-roh. So I could play Uro or Oko now. I don't have any counter spells. I do have Bowmasters. The idea that they... Wait. Cancel. Undo. Undo. Ah, okay. I meant to play Polluted Delta so I could tap the Deathrite. Forgot about that. I guess we're paying 2 life for that and just passing the turn. The bog. See? Okay. I'm gonna exile our graveyard anyway. Archers. Achi a face. I'll crack that. Get a regular land. Gonna make this a 4/4.
I invite you to change.
And let's attack with that. Jump block. Play another Deathrite. Is this a mana ability? I don't know why it made me activate it. Field of the Dead. One ring. So is that what they were going for? They're just going for the one ring? Turn off them searching their library. Just get our Uro started. Potentially turn off the library searches, I think. Oh, that was what it took. Opponent saying they can't recover. From an Ashiok, I guess. Ranking up. Playing some Reddit Sultai. Sultai and Timeless. Two great tastes that go great together. Well, we are going first. I always like that. I think we'll just keep maybe Island. Or should we have... Maybe we'll do a fetch. We do want to save a fetch to crack with the Brainstorm. Throw him off a little bit with the Windswept Heat. Oh. Spyglass Siren. We're gonna make a map. I think we'll just take the Triumph here. Okay, I have a thing for that. Where's my map thing?
What are you doing? Hey, Mike found the map.
That's not it. Maps? Oh no, this is it. This is it.
Hey, Mike found the
Opponent. Mono blue. And Soul Artifact. Interesting. I just Fatal Push that? X for 1. They're not discouraged, though. Soul Artifact deck sounds like a fun budget build. Curious to see where opponent's going. Let's main phase Brainstorm. Here we go. There's one way to do it. Let's put back what? We're not going to play Falaji this turn. Let's change the equation. Going to do anything? It might. Might actually counters in Soul Artifact. Pull the Bowmasters, change the equation, I guess. Roadside Reliquary, Ether Spellbomb. Alright, it's for 1. I think I was going to. Oh, another Ether Spellbomb, okay. Would you care to play anything else? No. Practice. Gonna have to shock ourselves, unfortunately. That's our only island. What are we gonna need more of? It's the breeding pool type land. And here's the Bowmasters. Glad they didn't have that Wizard's Retort or whatever, the Fading Hope. Okay. You played that hope, opponent. No biggie. Should I? I think I should Uro, because then I can play another land. Yeah, okay. Attack for 1. Over to you, opponent. Spyglass Siren. Oh, yeah, I'll wait on that. They want to Soul Artifact.
What are you doing? Hey, Mike found the map!
Go get the breeding pool. This is all just fodder for Uro. We're not worried. I like how opponent is pausing there. And then should I Brainstorm? Potentially crack the fetch. I don't think we need the Treasure Cruise or the Delighted Halfling at the moment. Ditch those. Go get our swamp. Stop losing so much life. Uro's gonna gain it back though, right? Right, Uro? Would you care to spell bomb back? I don't care to. They're holding up counter spells. They're representing a counter spell. Their spell bomb answers Uro pretty nicely, doesn't it? Let's just Ashiok. What else is in their deck here? 4 lands. We've learned a lot. hold up, change the equation. We're gonna play this like Control. Oh, got a frog in my throat. Oh man. I had one of these games went to 35 minutes, which probably means I can't play it. Maybe I will. Did you see a 35-minute game or? Yeah, there's the insult. Oh, we were supposed to counter that. Going face here. Back Tomb and the Shaman. Fatal Push you. Sacrifice the draw card. They don't care to. Guess they didn't have a counterspell. Prosperous Thief. Interesting. I'd like to just be able to pick up their 1/1. Alright, I think the coast is clear now to play Uro, so let's just do that. Gain some life. We leave 1 land in case we need it for Deathrite. I'm gonna mill myself. No tax. Alright, so if opponent's smart, they'll Ether Spellbomb Uro back to our hand, I think. That will be annoying for us. That'll buy them some time anyway. Oh, they're going exploring.
What are you doing?
Hey, Mike found the map!
Network Disruptor is annoying. I'm going to take 5. Oh, we draw an arrow. Attack with an arrow. Oko. Oko Rococo. Oko Rococo Ayu.
With your king,
Dude.
and sovereign and free. I think a little merriment is
Gaining 6 life a turn, potentially 8 life a turn. Okay, they're drawing an extra card. They hopefully realize that the Bowmasters is gonna do its magic for that. Island. Island, you land, we all land for Island. My old creatures. Treasure Cruise. Okay. Opponent gives it up. Writing is on the wall. Victory for Sultai. Testing out Reddit Sultai. Up against Boromirino. Okay. kind of a weak hand against opposing bowmasters, but just brainstorm now. We need this many brainstorms. Put one back. I got Bloodstained Mire. We do need black mana. Water Grave it is. Pass turn. They crack the Bloodstained. They're probably Rakdos Breach, but we'll find out. The events, okay. Could be the Blue Moon deck. And I guess we'll never find out what they were. Okay. Our Redditors, actually better deck builders than people say. Firing Mind's going out. Well, this Dark Ritual Necropotence, without anything we can do about it, this is going to be interesting. They're the Golgari version, so they're going to have Weather the Storm. This will counter Weather the Storm, but only when the problem with Storm things is counter spells aren't really that good against it. Oko does not elk enchantments. How many are they going to grab turn 1? 4? They're getting greedy. 5. 6. You're going to have to discard a bunch of these. 7. Okay. A whole new hand. They didn't like any of these 4 cards, I guess. We do have Boseiju. This is a real come from behind conundrum here. Looks like for sure they'll get off one amazing turn. They put any lands in their graveyard. I guess if they discard though, it doesn't go to the graveyard. Probably, depending, see what we draw, but probably Watery Grave, play Deathrite. Next turn we can crack Boseiju, kill the Necro. But they could just be popping off this turn. Greedy Freebooter, Springleaf Drum. Ornithopter, Bobble, and then double Dark Ritual. No, I'm not sure opponent is playing this correctly. How are they going to win this turn? Why did they play so many spells if they're not going to? And then the question becomes, when is the correct time to Boseiju? Because we want to wait till they skip their draw step, clearly. So, up on opponent's first main phase? that stop didn't do anything? Okay. Activate ability. Go get green, blue, I guess. Have to pay the 2 life. Peek out Necro. Now before they can recharge. Maybe it would have been correct to brainstorm there. Oh, that's instant speed. Okay. For some reason I felt like it was activated as a sorcery, but it's not. Going down to 2 life. They better have a way to kill. If I click resolve all, that doesn't do anything. They better have a way to kill Deathrite Shaman, because that can do the 2 damage. Okay, I guess I misplayed there.
From the end zone, he punts it. Oh my goodness, this could be the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
I don't think I've been that excited for a punt. What a punt.
Got a way to kill my Deathrite? They probably do. Fatal Push. Double Bowmasters. What's it going to be? They went pretty hard on that Necro. Beseech the Mirror. Okay. Gonna go get Necro number 2? Or Tendrils? Beseech into Tendrils? Yeah. Do they have enough storm count to win? Tendrils. Okay. 5? That's a lot. It doesn't win. It will take us down to 4. Any creatures in the graveyard? They had 4 triggers, possibly. But on top of the library, we don't need another brainstorm for a minute. And what are we doing next turn? Uro's not bad. Bowmasters is better though. Put Uro back. Ooh, they got a lot of cards over there. So, potential 4 mana. So let's Phalagi. Just crack this now. Then 1 tendrils kills us. How many tendrils do they have, though? They might not be running more than 2. There's a chance it's in the other 33 cards in their deck. All right. Well, I think this is our way to survive. Let's just roll with it. Phalagi and then hold up Bowmasters. Ashiok, you would have been really good earlier if we could have played you. Alright, they just got a way to win. Spring Leaf Drum. Uh-oh. They're going for it. Weather the storm. Okay, well that's not winning. It does make it a lot harder for us. Oh, and they had Tendrils of Agony? Okay. We can attempt to gain some life. I think they still got us. Well, we made it hard on turn 1 Necro. This game over. Good game. Let your tendrils resolve now. Reddit Sultai! Is a Redditor actually right? We'll find out today. I like this hand. I mean, we're going to do some damage to ourselves with the mana, but we have Deathrite and Uro to gain it back. And these fetches are going to power up the Treasure Cruise. They work with Brainstorm. It's all of a piece, I think. Sphinx of Foresight. Interesting. This looks like it could be a combo deck, so maybe we should hurry up and... Do we get... I'm going to play the Deathrite. We have potentially playing Uro off the land here next turn, although it makes it harder to bring Uro back that way. You do need to draw into a counterspell, it seems like. Maybe not. This just looks some kind of Jeskai something or another. Let's brainstorm. I don't think I need a second Uro, and I wouldn't mind playing Delighted Halfling. I don't think we need a second Treasure Cruise either, so let's do those two back on top. Doesn't matter the order, we're going to crack this immediately. Go get something that can play the Halfling. I think the Overgrown Tomb, because we do need black at some point. We're dealing ourselves some serious damage with the mana. Thought we might. Teferi, Time Ravelrino. Bounces the Halfling? Okay. Well... shock ourselves, I guess we'll do that. Just to play Uro, gain some life, draw a card. Put a land card onto the battlefield. Actually, crack that. You can get a forest. That deals much more damage. Play the halfling. Now we have 6 cards in the graveyard and Uro potentially coming down. Well, it doesn't seem to have a way to stop it. There's the change the equation. Oh, a bit slow. Do they have a way to deal with Uro once it's on the battlefield is my question. Oh, wait, cancel that. I want to pay with Delighted Halfling. Blue, I don't know. Why not? Six, draw a card. Pass the turn. Guess they can. No, they can't bounce Uro yet. Fires of Invention. Whoa. Okay, they're a Fires deck.
I've got it.
We did miss the critical turn to counter the Fires. Didn't see that coming. Huh. The Flyer is interesting. We don't have a way to trigger Revolt at the moment. We could Bowmaster. Let's crack in. We see how much they want to. I guess we couldn't have once Teferi's down. We couldn't counter their spells anyway. The land card onto the battlefield. Do I pay the 2 life? Guess so. We're at 20. Block there. That makes at least a little bit easier. We can turn that guy, their guy, into a 3/3. Yeah, this Bowmaster. We have to do everything sorcery speed. If I crack make a food, crack it, I can kill that guy. There we go. So let's create a food. Tap this for colorless. Crack the food. Kill this. I worry a bit about what they're going to play next off their Fires of Invention, but they're not playing anything on our turn. They're going to bounce the Uro. They lose their Teferi. Elspeth conquers death. They're going to kill that guy. Took our Oko. Next turn, I guess we're just casting Uro and Bowmasters, or maybe Uro Falaji. Another Sphinx. Okay. Okay. Land in play. Okay, Fatal Push, because we lost Uro. Thanks, opponent. And let's Bowmasters. Yeah, we get to bring something back. What do we get to bring back? What are they going to bring back? Teferi? They got a lot of targets to bring back here. Chandra, Torch of Defiance.
Yup, you're going down.
They exiled a mountain. They had another Teferi ready to go. Return the Bowmasters, but the Bowmasters now can just come down and kill Teferi. I'm not sure that was the best play. Got some defense here. Adios, fairy.
Now what?
Back Chandra for 3. Can't do anything with Fires of Invention, I believe. Oh, they can scry. Okay. Scry me a river. There's 2 to the bottom. I don't have enough in the graveyard for that, so let's Philagi. We get back. Don't have much options, but change the equation it is. Put a +1/+1 counter or a loyalty counter on it. So do you have to choose? Bring back to Fairy. That shuts down, change the equation. Again, they hit a land. Fairy's gonna bounce the Bowmaster token. Draws a card. Yeah, we'll hit the Fairy. Got 5 cards in the graveyard. Would love to get another one in. That's perfect. Get what? An island? Burrow, see what we draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got Fire's deck. Ooh, Ashiok is good. Would have been useful earlier. Let's send one. Let's send. We're not going to be able to kill Chandra this turn. I guess let's just send. Well, no, they can't. They can't do anything on their turn because you can cast spells only during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
I think now we're holding up change the equation, and they know we got it. They just keep hitting lands with their Chandra. Game's going to close out real quick with an Uro staying on the board. Elspeth conquers death. Okay, we can't counter that. They're going to exile the Uro. Fine. Deafening Clarion. How about no? Well, no, they can't cast enough. They only cast 2 spells a turn. They're making it easy. Easy mode here. We'll definitely. I guess we should want an Ashiok next turn, even though it's going to cost a lot. It's going to cost an arm and a leg. Pay all the mana we got. Oh, actually, no, it's still just 3. Oh, just go ahead and scry now. You can't do anything. They do have to actually haul the Storm Giants. It's kind of an issue.
That crescendos into an opera.
Their graveyard out. So then when they hit level 3 on that, that's not going anywhere. Alright, so they can block with Hall of the Storm Giants. We lose the Bowmasters potentially. Then can we Fatal Push the Hall of the Storm Giants? I guess we can. All attack Chandra except Falaji. You don't need to. Well, it doesn't want to fire up Hall of the Storm Giants. I'd rather scry. Make a step one card in the old graveyard.
Well, that was a disaster.
Equation very expensive, but okay, they hit another Deafening Clarion. They must have drawn it, right? Because they would have played it. No, they didn't have. They only had 2 spells per turn, so okay. Is this last one also Deafening Clarion? Is the question. You have Chandra to reanimate, so we're gonna have to pick up Ashiok again. Opponent Godfrey, my man Godfrey.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
Yeah, hit the burning, or the Cavalier Flame. That's pretty good. That's kind of like a finisher for this deck. Treasure Cruise is a lot of mana, but we could apparently do it. With the help of Delighted Halfling. Do we need to delve? Yes, we do. Just need to delve 1. Okay. Nothing you can do, opponent, as we restock our hand. Vantress. Windswept Heath. I don't believe they have the mana for Hall of the Storm Giants right now. They need 6 plus the Hall untapped. So, all attack, except for you don't attack. Opponent. Okay. It's really holding out to scry. Opponent is not giving up, though. Got to give it up for Godfrey. I watched My Man Godfrey like 2 Christmases ago. Rewatched it. It is a classic. Oh, dang. Kenny boy. Okay. That is a nice top deck. And a Dream Trawler. Ooh, okay. Neither of those died a Fatal Push. Opponent really turning it around here. What can I do? I mean, I guess the thing is they're just going to gain a bunch of life. The thing is they attack with Dream Trawler and draw cards. We do get the Orcish Bowmaster pings. Alright, we'll save this to use with the brainstorm because we're gonna need all we got next turn. They're gonna be cracking in hard.
My victory was
We need to find an Uro. Sweet. Change the equation. You're a little bit late. I'm gonna stop these anyway. Aha, Oko is perfect and an Uro also. So change the equations. Might still be useful. Maybe Deathrite and Philagi. Well, Philagi might be useful. So let's put Deathrite on the deck and one Fatal Push. Or one change the equation. Unlikely to use more than one change the equation next turn. We'll put the change on top. So Oko, we can Elk Kenrith. That puts us out of range. That puts it out of range of getting killed by the Dream Trawler, unless they can draw a card.
Your new look is enchanting.
And Uro Philagi or Uro hold up. Yeah, Uro hold up change the equation. Slash trigger revolt for Fatal Push. Oh no, this is going to be able to kill Oko. Dang it. Bone Crusher going to where? Face? Going off the battlefield. Okay. And a Cavalier of Flame. That is worth countering. Oh, and luckily we had one land that we could use. All coming face. Block the 7, take 8, go to 6. Uro is coming. Leave instants and sorceries, I guess. Worrying about that Dream Trawler. How do we deal with that Dream Trawler? I think we have to elk it. Oh. Right. Huh. Okay. Well, we're still alive. Let's get Deathrite Shaman down. May as well get another chump blocker here, and then I think with between Delighted Halfling and everything else, we're still in it. What do we get back? I guess nothing. No tax. End turn. Dream Trawler. Bone Crusher the face. That doesn't increase their clock. I'm gonna allow it. Maybe it kind of does if we're making food instead of trying to up the Dream Crawler. But I want to be able to hit these Cavalier Flames. So I got 2 cards in hand. We just Fatal Push. Oh, we can't Fatal Push any of those, so okay. Get an Ashiok. Not terrible.
Wonder what you fear most, little mage.
We kill him with Mill. Guess we'll make a food here.
Surely you must be famished.
We have enough blockers that we can attack with Uro. I think so. Ward 3. It's gonna be annoying, but I think we're gonna be able to. Oh, even easier. Okay. Crack you. Fatal push you. Yes. Okay, 1. Take the damage. I think I'm holding up Fatal Push, Deathrite. Change the equation. And we withstand the onslaught. Yeah, correct the food. Only past the damage. Creatures we have in the graveyard. We can eat our own Bowmaster. Do the Delta, the Revolt trigger. We need it. Get in with Uro. Aha! Get an Oko. Another Oko. Oko flow. Just take it. We steal their fires? Let's just... Oh, but if we do that, they're just hexproof. Ugh! Oh, man. We can make them do that a couple times? Do we have to just... This guy's so annoying. And it's lifelink. What play here? Maybe just play another Uro. See what we can find. Another Oko. Right back in the same position. Mill our own self. Well, we're at 12, they're at 16. Maybe we do just try to mill them out. Make some foods.
One bite, and all your cares are gone.
For halfling and turn. Yeah, I think we're on the mill plan here. Crazy as that is, they're drawing a card a turn. Got counterspell. Cavalier of Gales. Okay, that's a draw 3 though. We get 3 Bowmaster triggers. We needed more Bowmasters. Enough Bowmasters, we'd be killing these Dream Crawlers. Do we just go for the Dream Trawler? Could also take out a Bone Crusher. Go for the Dream Trawler. On the off chance. Seven. They have another Kenrith. Ooh, and that makes the Cavalier hasty. I think they got us. Crack the food. I got 12 in the air though. Well, They've got a Kenrith in the graveyard, so if we eat the Kenrith, we're actually still alive. Right? But this is going to become 8. I don't know. Let's let the program do the math here. Kenrith can also gain them a bunch of life. Target player draws a card. Maybe I should have been going face with this. That's hexproof. Okay. Is there no way to fatal push? Nope. We fatal push our own thing for some reason. Oh man. What a battle. Well, undoubtedly, I'm curious. Did I misplay there? Leave a comment. I don't even know if I can play this game. That was a 35-minute game. Oh my goodness. 100% win rate? No. But very respectable 66.666666666 repeating win rate. Yes, I think recalling G might actually be onto something. This is a nice build. But is it better if you want to play like a deck that wins consistently? Should you just be playing one of the Dimir control lists that like the pro level players are onto at the moment? Maybe you should do that instead. I don't know. It was a fun deck to play. It gave some really fascinating matchups. What else can we say about this deck? 4 of Brainstorm. You know, we do end up with the mana base getting in a little bit of trouble with all the shocks and the fetches, but we do have the Deathrite that can gain life. We do have the Uro that can gain life. We do have the Oko that can make food that can gain life. So it works out pretty well. The Philogy Archaeologist, that's a surprising card pick, but I think it also works pretty nicely in the deck. My question is, would it just be better to have more Ashioks? Because you saw the Ashiok can just shut down certain matchups. So you just Ashiok, you target yourself if you need to put a bunch of cards in the graveyard. I mean, the body is nice with the Philogy. If it was turn 1, it would be a no-brainer because then you got something that Ragavan is at least a speed bump for Ragavan. So interesting deck. But as we see, is not 100% win rate. 100% on the play is, but 33% on the draw is not that great. I wonder if you continue to play it out, if this win rate would go up or down. If you play this yourself and try it out, leave a comment, let me know. This is Mana Dad reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. And check out some of these other cool decks that I've linked on the side. All right, catch you later. Adios.